All right, Thursday afternoon, 4:30. Welcome everybody. Coach Luis here, health fitness specialist with Exos at Autodesk. Welcome to Abs and Core. What we're going to get into here today, guys, pretty simple EMOM workout, about 3 rounds, 6 intervals each. We're going to be working on the intervals of 45 seconds of work, 15 seconds to rest and transition throughout this workout. So that's going to stay the same. As far as movements we're doing here today, we're going to start with a double dose of some bridges. So really kind of working the core and also making sure that our core can kind of work in conjunction with the back of our hips. So what we're going to do to start is something active. We're going to be doing our bridge marching. So toes are going to be up. We're going to drive down through those heels, squeeze the glutes, bring the hips up, and then we're going to alternate driving one leg up, keeping all that pressure on the other leg, and then switching. Got to keep the core really tight for this one, as well as using the back of those hips. Keep it nice and stable up front here. So that's what we're going to start with. Up next, we're going to stay on the ground. We're going to do another form of the bridge. This one is going to be more static. So with the toes up, we're just going to drive through those heels, squeeze our glutes, bring our hips up to a comfortable position, and that is it. We're just going to stay here, isometric, keep the squeeze going, get the hamstrings and the glutes to really kind of burn, and also use that core supporting the spine here as well. So that's going to be our second interval. After that, we're going to flip over, a lot of ground-based stuff today as per usual, and we're going to be doing a version of the plank with hip extension. Now today it's going to be a little bit more challenging because we're not going to alternate. What we're going to do is just do one side at a time. So you can be up high on the hands or down on the elbows. Either way, we're going to find our plank position. We're going to drive one heel up, and that is just where we're going to stay. We're going to try and keep the core really tight here, resist rotation, and just hang out in that position. Now, I realize it may not be realistic for us first time around to be able to hold that the entire time, and that is okay. That's why we're going to strategize. We'll break it up a little bit as we go. But again, the focus is keeping the low back nice and flat. Again, avoiding any kind of rotation at the hips, side to side on those hips. We're going to do one side at a time. So squeezing the glute, my core is pretty tight, no rotation here going on. And then on the next interval, we'll switch it over to the other side again, squeezing one of my glutes. Again, notice how my heel is not going way up here. All you got to do when you squeeze those glutes, you're just going to feel a lock in right about there. So do the best you can, break it up as we go along. And then we're going to move on to something on our backs following that. So up next on our backs, we're going to be doing some bicycles. Now, bicycles are fun. We are able to get a little bit of twisting in here. And the key thing with the bicycles that makes them really effective for the obliques is if we actually twist. So don't pull the hands up behind the head, get the elbows together, and then start to kind of touch the knees here. We're not doing a whole lot of twisting there. I want you guys to widen out those elbows, really turn and try and turn your whole torso at an adjacent wall. That's how we're going to really crunch and get those obliques going. Doing them slower is also a good move. Again, the elbows and the knees, those are targets. So if your elbows are not contacting your knees or you're not getting necessarily close, don't worry about it. Just focus on how much you can twist. Again, those are just targets. Finally, what we're going to be doing, we're back into a plank position. We're going to be doing some plank to pike. So dynamic move here. We're up in our high plank to start. Core is nice and tight. We're going to push ourselves up into that pike position, locking out those shoulders and elbows up overhead, and then bring it back on down, finding that good plank for a sec, and then back up. We'll go back and forth. You guys know the drill on that one, and that is going to be our final interval for this workout. Again, 3 rounds to do it. All we're really going to need, guys, is some space on the ground here and some water so we can stay hydrated throughout. All right, so got that out of the way. Let's go ahead and jump into our warm-up. What we're going to do, come down to hands and knees first. Things first, we'll warm up the whole body, the shoulders a little bit. We're getting into that primal press. So with the knees underneath the hips, or maybe even a little bit more forward, we'll bring those toes under our feet, push down through those palms, get those knees up, And then we're just staring contest with the ground here. Good, let's do one more big breath. Back nice and flat. And on that exhale, we can let those knees down. Well done, you guys. Okay, let's flip onto our backs. Gonna mix it up a little bit with our ground-based kind of back warm up here. Usually we're doing the heel taps. Today we're gonna do something slightly different. So take a moment to bring those legs up into the starting position. We're bent at the knees. Core is gluing our back to the ground here. So what we're gonna do is just extend those legs, basically kick one out, hold it, bring it back in. We're gonna do the same thing on the other side. Again, we shouldn't be feeling any change here. That core is going to really hold our low backs to the ground, prevent any kind of twisting or anything like that. Good. Good job, y'all. Let's do one more each side real quick. We can speed up the pace a little bit here. Keep that form the same. Well done. All right. Rest those legs. I know our core, lower body, hopefully upper body areas are feeling a little bit more warm now. What I'm going to do next, set up our timer and we can get right into it. All right, y'all. So usual 18 minutes, 45 seconds of work, 15 seconds of rest throughout the entire workout. All right, we're going to start with those 2 bridging intervals first. Here we go. We're on our backs. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. All right, so it's the bridge marching. So that means we're driving exclusively through those heels, you guys. Make sure that those heels are about hip width apart. Helps to keep those hands kind of towards the front of those hips. That way we can know whether it's nice and flat. We don't want to feel any crazy sagging or twisting as we switch between that right and left. Heel making contact with the ground. Core's got to stay really tight here, guys. It can't just be everything around the hips working. Want to feel it up here, lower rib cage as well. Good job. Good job. We got 5 seconds left. Keep it going. And time. Okay, guys, we got 15 seconds to just rest here, relax. Up next, what we're going to be doing is driving those hips up and just keeping them there in that static bridge hold. Here we go. We're going in 3, 2, 1. All right, drive through those heels. Hips are up, glutes are squeezed. The core is tight here. We're just hanging out now. You guys notice how my hips are not being driven up as high as I possibly can drive them. I've squeezed my glutes and my hips are at a nice comfortable position here, but they're not super up there. I'm not bent through the spine. The core is helping me stay nice and neutral. We got about 15 seconds left. Good, there we go. Almost done here. And time, there we go. Now we can rest those hips. All right, good job, everybody. Let's come on over. We're gonna be doing a plank variation next, and it's that plank where we're driving one heel up at a time. So remember, option to be up on the hands or down on the elbows. Let's go ahead and get into it. We're going to be driving that right heel up towards the ceiling. So once we find our plank position, take a moment. We're driving that right heel up. We're staying here as long as we can, keeping it nice and even through the low back. Trying to breathe through it. I know it's also a lot of pressure on that opposite leg. Take little breaks as needed, break it up. That's how we're going to keep it sustainable throughout the whole workout. We got to do 3 rounds worth of this. We got about 15 seconds left. Do with that what you will. Good, there we go. Good job, you guys, good job. About 5 seconds now. And time, there we go. Good job, you guys. Way to feel that glute squeeze. I know that glute squeeze can get pretty intense. What we're gonna do is same thing, other side next. So next thing we're gonna do, be driving that left heel up, same form with that plank. All right, let's find that position and off we go. Good, good glute squeeze. We're staying nice and even through those hips. Breathe with me here. Good job, y'all. Good job. We're breaking it up as we need to. Keep that nice deep breathing going. We got about 15 seconds left. Good. Nice and flat through those hips, you guys. Almost done. Nice and even. Time. There we go. Good job, everybody. Good job. Okay, that's a tough one. We're back onto our pack for the bicycles. Coming up next, remember the emphasis is on the twist. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. If you have those hands behind the head, the elbows are nice and wide. They're nowhere near the face. Big twist. Feel free to take it slow. I want to be able to feel everything here. Big time crunches. Here we go, you guys. We're returning to looking at adjacent wall. We're almost there. Last rep here. And time. There we go. Nicely done, guys. Nicely done. Way to work there. Okay, plank to pike coming up next. It's our final thing. Round 1 coming to a close. Let's get going. 3, 2, 1. All right, find that good high plank position first with the shoulders in the back pockets. Then we can move into that pike position. Make sure those shoulders are nice and down. We're squeezing through the armpits as we come down, making sure that our shoulders are not ending up near our ears. Very easy to let that happen, especially as we get into that pike position, then come back down. Shoulders might want to just stay up there. Squeeze through the armpits. Make sure they don't. Good job, you guys. Should be ending in that high plank, pretty much a straight line between the backs of our heads and the backs of our heels. Good work. And time. There we go. Excellent work, you guys. Okay, that is round 1. We got 2 more rounds just like it. Let's come on to our backs. We got the 2 bridge variations to start. Round 2 coming up here. Let's get going in 3, 2, 1. All right, remember it's toes up, heels down. We're driving through those heels, trying to keep those hips nice and even in front. Plate of our favorite food resting on the front of our hips here. And if we let them go side to side, that plate's going to slide off. Control, rest as needed here. Don't forget those core muscles up in the tummy area. Good, there we go. Almost done. And time. We can let those hips down nice and slow. Good job, everybody. Good job. Okay, bridge isometric up next. Big time glute squeeze, even bigger time core squeeze. Here we go. Just driving through those heels, bringing the hips up to a comfortable level. It's pretty comfortable for me to just be here. They're about 3/4 of the way up. And this is neutral for my spine. Core is really tight, glutes are squeezed, not having a problem at all. Good work, you guys, good work. Hamstrings are feeling it though, that is for sure. Breathe with me here. We got about 15 seconds left. Good job, you guys, good job. Strong glute squeezes. Gonna be done before we know it. And time, there we go. All right, guys. So we're turning over. Plank work coming up next. It's gonna be that right heel that we're gonna be driving up. All right, let's find that plank and let's get going. All right, back nice and flat. Right glute squeezes so that right heel is getting driven up. Good job, everybody. Good job. Take little breaks as needed. For me, it's a solid 2 sets, 10 to 15 seconds. That's what's going to give me the most quality for the amount of time that I can really hold that position. We got 15 seconds left. Let's keep working. Same side though. Almost done here. And time. There we go. Nicely done. Nicely done. Okay, same thing, other side up next. Deep breaths. Still got about 5 seconds before we need to get into it. All right, here we go. Same thing, other side. Squeezing that left glute to drive that left heel up. Good job, you guys. Remember, it's a subtle height that heel is coming up. Good job. Way to exaggerate that squeeze. That's all we should be feeling in the back of those hips. That left glute squeeze pretty hard. All right, 15 seconds left. Let's keep working. Same side. Good, there we go. Almost done. And time, there we go. Good job, everybody. Okay, it's the bicycles up next. Let's continue to work. Great opportunity with these bicycles, guys, to take it slow, do fewer reps, but really focus on the squeeze, how hard it is, how long it is. Let's go ahead and get right into it. Legs are up, low back is glued to the ground. It's a big twist. It's okay if the elbows are even nowhere near those hips. It's okay if we can't drive the knees up to meet the elbows. We're just trying to crunch and twist, feeling the sides of our core contract. Remember, those strong exhales will also help. Keep those in mind. Good, there we go. Last rep here. And time. Good job, you guys, good job. Way to focus there. Okay, plank to pike, it's our last thing, round 2. Last thing of each round, I should say. All right, we're gonna get going here in 3, 2, 1. All right, time to go. So find that nice high plank, back of the head to the back of the heels, pretty much a straight line. We're then gonna break that with our pike position, but we're coming right back to it. Shoulder blades in our back pockets as we come down to that plank. Well done, everybody, well done. Way to move those shoulders. Take a little rest as needed, you guys. We still got one more round, so leave enough juice in the tank. All right, let's keep going. Good, and time, there we go. All right, you guys, we are on to our final round. Lots of work with the hips here today, but let's keep it going. On our backs for the bridge, coming up in 3, 2, 1. All right, we're driving down through those heels. The hips are high, but not too high. Good. Marching does not have to be at a fast pace. You want to be controlled. Keeping that core above the waist nice and tight. Good job, everybody. Good job. We're getting there. 15 seconds left. Good. Almost done now. Keep it going. And time. There we go. Lower those hips, relax those glutes. Whew. All right. Isometric coming up next. We're going to go in 3, 2, 1. So core is tight. We're driving through the heels. We squeeze the glutes. And we're right up into the position that we need to be in. Way to work here, you guys. Kind of form of active rest. before we get into those planks, driving our heels towards the ceiling. Good work, everybody. Make sure to keep those toes up. I know it's kind of a pain, but keep those toes up. That's how we really unlock the raw power of the hamstrings and glutes, not pushing through those toes. And time, there we go. Man, it feels good to drop those hips down. Okay, next thing we're doing, you guys, we're driving that right heel up in that plank. So let's find our position. We're breaking it up probably. 3, 2, 1, here we go. Quality over quantity. Find your spot, get to it. Good, there we go. Good job, you guys, good job. Breathe, rest. We're coming up on 15 seconds to go. Let's stay on the same side, see what else we can do. Good job, and time, there we go. All right, you guys, it's the other side up next. We're coming on to our final 3 minutes of work. Final 3 intervals, I should say. We're gonna go with that left side, driving that left heel in 3, 2, 1, here we go. Good, there we go. Keep those hips down. Do the best you can to keep them nice and even. Just squeezing through that core, more or less, is gonna help us keep them nice and even if you can't see yourself right now. Good job, everybody, good job. Way to work. I know this is tough, even if you can only hold it for a few seconds. Keep repeating that cycle. We got 15 seconds left of that. Good job, everybody. Good job. A few seconds left. Come on now. And time. There we go. Man, it feels good to be done with those. All right. Just as challenging as I thought they would be, in a good way. We got the bicycles up next, and we're ending with plank to pike. Let's finish strong here, guys. All right. 3, 2, 1. Getting into those bicycles. It's all about the big twist. Good, there we go. Looking at an adjacent wall almost every single time. Try and think about having a logo right in the middle of your shirt, right below, or right on your chest. You want to turn that logo so someone on either side of us could see it. Almost done. Here we go. Last rep. Well done, you guys. That's time. Time to rest. Plank to pike up next. Let's finish super strong with this one. Gonna get going here in 3, 2, 1. All right, final thing. Here we go. Nice straight line, head to heels. We find the pike, and then we put our shoulder blades in the back pocket as we come on down. Good job, you guys. Good job. Even though we can kind of artificially support ourselves here, the core's got to stay super tight just so we can kind of resist anything that's going to want to make us bend through that spine as we come down into the plank. It's got to be picture perfect with that plank. We got about 10 seconds left. I know we can make it picture perfect. Good job, you guys. Doesn't mean go faster. Just means 100% quality reps. Last one here. Here we go. Finish strong. Good. And that is time. Good job, you guys. Good job. Okay, timer's going to go off here. We are officially off the clock. What we got to do now is just cool it down. So let's take a moment. Stand up if you need to walk around. Grab the water. Go stand in front of the fan maybe. All right, we're coming back to our space, and specifically back to our space on the ground. we're going to start with some child's pose. So having the knees right under the hips, I think is comfortable for some. If you'd like to widen them out a little bit, I know that's comfortable for myself. Bringing the feet together in the back also can be comfortable as well. Find your stance for those hips. We're going to sink our tails back towards the heels and extend those arms up above our head here. Relax those arms. Wiggle into a position that is relaxing for you. And then we're going to continue to breathe and slow the heart rate down. One more breath. Here we go. Well done, you guys. All right, slowly, let's begin to rise. What we're going to do next is flip onto our backs. We're going to take care of the back of those hips here, which we got a lot of work out of in this workout. Essentially, it was almost in every single interval. So we got to stretch out those glutes, that piriformis. So we're going to start with that right ankle. It's going to come and land just above that bent left knee. From here, it might be easy to just pull on that right knee a little bit across the body and up towards the shoulder. This might already give us that medium stretch we're looking for here on the outside of that hip. But if you can't find it, we can go ahead and elevate that left leg, reaching through and grabbing onto the back of the knee or even the front of the knee at the shin will help us exaggerate our right rear hip stretch as we pull this leg up towards our body. So again, the intensity that we're going for is medium. Once you find it, we're just breathing, letting our exhales wash away some of that tension. One last breath here. Good. All right. Slowly, we can let that left leg return to the ground if you had it up, and then bring the right foot back to its starting position on the ground. So same deal, other side. Left ankle is going to come up above that right knee. Again, pulling across the body. Might already give us that hip stretch that we're looking for, that medium intensity. And this is more comfortable for you anyway. Go ahead and hang out there. This is actually my favorite one to do for the most part, but the one elevating this right leg sometimes can be more effective for just getting a lot of rotation into this joint. So whatever you guys prefer, that is great. Find that medium tension. Let's wash it away with our breath. One last big breath here, guys. Good, and we can begin to release that leg back to the ground. Feel free to stay in that position if you guys would like. Ended with just a minute to spare. Perfect. Thank you, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed that workout. As you guys probably know, 9/11 Stair Climb, big event happening for us this weekend, and we're fundraising into next week, donating to help the families of fallen firefighters since 1992, including those that lost their lives 20 years ago on 9/11. Look for more pictures and info on the Slack channel. We hope to be blowing it up with pictures this weekend, before this weekend and after this weekend. So thank you guys for coming. I hope everyone felt good during that one. Take care, and I will catch you guys in the next one.
Thanks, Luis.
Thanks, Dan. See ya.